Meghan Elaine in Bozeman, and behind me is the federal building that's been home to downtown Bozeman's post office for decades. Now, with the government plans to sell the building, it's unclear what will happen to the post office here and where it'll relocate.
So I was one of those people last night out on my porch in my pajamas and slippers trying to see the northern lights. Maybe you saw them too. They were all over my Instagram feed. From the foothills of Butte to Bozeman backyards, I had to figure out the scientific reasoning this is happening. So of course I went to an expert. Thankfully, he wasn't that far away. Bumblewood Thicket is a magical place where as soon as you cross this bridge and enter in, the fairyland opens up right in front of you. Gosh, I wish I could shrink down and be in one of those little houses. Oh my goodness, I'm the size of a fairy. And look at all these beautiful details. I wonder how long this takes to make.
Right now I'm only 10 feet in the air, but these linemen are going upwards of 60 feet in the air to keep our power on, especially as weather continues to worsen in Montana. It's been 25 days since a Bozeman family's beloved dog Pi went missing. Now, the whole community has come together to bring Pi home. I grew up here in southwest Montana, and I'm used to a whole bunch of snow. One thing I wished I could have experienced here in Bozeman was a snow day. So what does it take for kids to have the day off from school? This Halloween weekend, ordering an Uber won't be so scary for MSU students, as MSU is handing out many free ones. So, go ahead if you feel like you're drinking too much or having too much fun. Order a ride.
Uber for Megan.
Things sure are heating up here at the Big Sky Fire Department training facility, where they'll be doing live fire demonstrations and a ribbon cutting ceremony for finally opening. 10 Special Olympic athletes from Livingston will be heading over to Billings for the state Special Olympics game. Now, athletes, how are we feeling about that?
So it's all about just like layering flavors and layering textures, I think is really important.
Thursday at downtown Bozeman's Whistle Pig Korean, Chef Emma Woods was cooking up something a little different. A salad made with weeds.
Refreshing, exactly what we were looking for.
Now, of course, I had to try it for myself. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a seaweed salad.
This is Kyle Ann Murrow's book, Black Iron Brandy. Now, the main character in this book has murderous thoughts about killing her husband. The author has now been accused of killing a man in real life. I'm Meghan Elaine in White Sulphur Springs, and I'll take you inside the courtroom where Murrow was seen Tuesday afternoon.
Starting a new series that will count down until Christmas. We've all encountered them in one form or another, scams. At times during the holiday season, they can seem relentless. MTN's Jay McDonald talked with various people in the community to learn more about these scams so we can all prepare ourselves if we end up in the crosshairs. To kick off the 12 scams of Christmas, we're going to be discussing something that's less of a scam and more of an outright crime. Porch pirates.
Yeah.
And also there's fiber in here too, and I'm happy they're pairing it with the fiber because I feel like amongst this protein craze, we need some fiber up in here.
Yep.
Would you try this?
Yeah, I like protein. I'd probably add some veggies.
Yeah, I'm a big kid at heart, and so I eat a lot of Kraft, you know, it's
There
still
you
in that
go.
college diet, so definitely would try it.
Sometimes I am too. So.
Well, it is 6:56. We're going to get you going to start your day here soon, so join us after the break, and we'll get you out the door. Is this one? Is this one? I'm Meghan Elaine in Gallatin County going mushroom foraging. Now, I know nothing about this, so I'm meeting up with kind of an expert to see just how safe it is.
And this is one of my favorite patches to pick. I come here with my daughter every year.
Joseph Hersenko caught the mushroom foraging bug about 5 years ago and says the hobby is quite popular in Montana.
But for the most part, mushroom picking in general is just very kept secret. People talk about it, but they never say where.
In an undisclosed wooded area of Gallatin County, I got a crash course in the world of fungi.
So here's some old chanterelles, and you can see they're already drying out.
We quickly found a patch of chanterelles ready to harvest. They have a distinct apricot-like aroma. But Joseph says smell alone is never enough.
False gills right here, and they should rub right off because they're not true gills. It's a spore-bearing surface. It peels just like string cheese, and it's white inside.
Joseph explains a jack-o'-lantern mushroom can look very similar to a chanterelle, but it's highly toxic.
You know, you need multiple forms of identification to safely identify something.
As we continued our hike, our basket slowly filled. Look at that. Along with the lessons.
Thousands and thousands of species. I don't know them all. I just concentrate on the edible ones. because that's what I find fascinating.
Even edible mushrooms can become dangerous if they aren't handled or prepared correctly. In 2023, 2 people died after an illness outbreak linked to morel mushrooms served at Dave's Sushi in Bozeman.
It affected not just Bozeman and the victims, but it was a worldwide thing. I have a lot of commercial picking friends up in Canada and on the West Coast and even over in the United Kingdom, and everybody had sales just fall off.
Now, a new case has put wild mushrooms back in the spotlight. 11 people were sent to the hospital after eating foraged wild mushrooms in Park County last week.
This case is definitely rare.
Out of the woods and into the lab. At Montana State University, I met Dr. Chance Knopfsinger, a mycologist helping investigate the Park County poisoning.
We don't know until we can identify the mushroom how serious these cases are.
The investigation hasn't been easy. The mushroom samples sent to MSU were chopped into small pieces, making identification much more difficult. So far, researchers have preliminarily identified through a microscope and physical characteristics that the mushrooms are a toxic Amanita species. Both Dr. Knopfsinger and Joseph say the same thing. Successful foraging comes down to identification, storage, and preparation.
And so if you've properly identified it, you make sure it's in a good condition, you're properly storing it, then we need to ensure that we're properly cooking those mushrooms and cooking them well.
Back on the trail, Joseph hopes people don't let high-profile cases scare them away from the hobby.
Don't completely turn off from mushrooms. It was not the mushrooms' fault. It's more just a human error.
His biggest advice?
Get some resources. Have multiple resources. Do not use AI.
Books and human interaction.
There's no reason to eat something you're unsure of.
For more information on resources Joseph recommends, visit our website. In Gallatin County, Meghan Elaine, MTN News.